Well, good morning, my friend. Welcome to the Pastor's Podcast Wednesday morning. Good to have you along with me as we continue on this week, trying to reach people for Christ, trying to help our churches to grow, trying to build lives of people, always trying to do what's right. I hope that you're having a wonderful summertime. Here we are. We're in the middle of July, or the end of July, I should say, coming into August. School's going to be starting real soon. I hope that you're working hard, no matter what you're doing. I hope that you're working hard to see God do something mighty in your work and in your ministry. Well, today I do want to talk about it's good for you. In 2 Kings chapter 5 and verse 11, the scripture says, "But Naaman was wroth and went away and said, Behold, I thought he will surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God and strike his hand over the place and recover the leper." There were times when I was a sick boy. I was want to talk to you. That's the verse I just read to you. Now let me just talk to you about it. There was times I was sick as a boy. When my mom would come, she would come and she'd give me some medicine and she'd make me take it so I could get better. When we had a cough or sore throat, she often used a medicine called turpentine hydrate. I don't know what it is, but that's what it was. It was nasty. I'm not sure if they still sell this medicine, but I'll tell you this, that medicine, when it came in, it burned all the way down. And when she gave us a spoonful of it, she would always say, "Open your mouth." She says, "This is good for you." Now, how something can burn so bad all the way down can be good for you. How that can be good for you, I don't know. I can't figure that out. But I was often much better the next day. Mama knew what she was talking about. Now, the story of Naaman, the leper, is similar to my mom giving me the turpentine hydrate. Naaman went to Elisha to be healed of his leprosy. And instead of seeing the man of God, he was given a message by the messenger to dip 7 times in the Jordan River if he wanted to be healed. Now, Naaman was angry with the advice because he wanted the man of God to perform some ritual over him to be healed. Now, Naaman went away angry, and because he did not receive the advice that he wanted, he was upset. He walked away. Now, if it were not for his servant, who wisely, in a wise way, rebuked Naaman and reminded him that he's the one who wanted to be healed, Naaman would have gone home with the same leprosy that he left with, because he wouldn't have done what the man of God told him to do. Now, many times I have people come to me for advice on how to resolve their life issues. I always start out by giving with 5 pieces of advice that resolves most problems, but rarely do people heed the advice I give. I always tell them that before I can help them any further, they need to read the scriptures daily, pray daily, be faithful to all the church services, tithe in all their income, and go soul winning. Now, I tell them this: I cannot help them if they're unwilling to follow those 5 pieces of advice. Now, these are the basics, some of the basics of Christianity. Most people want me to wave some wand over them and perform some ritual to cause them to see their problems resolved immediately, but that's not going to happen. What they don't understand is that many of life problems would be resolved if they simply followed the advice that I'd give them with those 5 pieces of advice. Yet, because they don't want to do what I advise, they continue to struggle with their life problems. Now, nobody can help you if you want to continue your sin and not follow the advice given to overcome it. Don't come crying to me. I tell people often, and there's probably some of them watching right now, and I hope they are. I tell them what to do. Then they're whining and crying because they keep on asking, or they keep on saying, "Preacher, we need help. We need help." I've already told you what to do to get help. And the fact is, you got to do it. Just because you don't like the advice does not mean that you should not do it. You can act like I did when I was a child and close my lips tightly so that my mom could not get the medicine in her mouth, but you're only hurting yourself. To refuse the advice that has worked for so many people because you don't like it is foolish at best. Just because you don't like the advice does not mean that you should not do it. Now, let me ask you, how have your opinions turned out? You have followed your own ways for so long, and look at the mess that your life is in. Now, if you want the preacher to tell you what you want to hear, you'll continue to have the same problems that you already find in your life. The preacher's not there to give you advice that's going to just let you continue on. The best advice you can get is often not what you thought would be given, but listen, but you cannot clean up the mess of your life that sin has caused without following that advice. Swallow your pride. Do what the man of God has prescribed to do. You may not like it, but one day you'll find your life much better if you'll swallow the medicine given to you, because it's good for you if you follow it. My friend, five things, 5 simple things. You be faithful to all the services. You read the Bible daily. You pray daily. You tithe on all your income, and you be faithful to soul winning. You do those 5 things, you're going to find that most of life's problems will be resolved if you'll just do the advice the preacher gives you. Well, my friend, I hope this is a great help to you today. Now, let's remember today, be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.